Good morning, everybody. This is Diggs. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest, and this is going to be the first of many. Maybe you're watching this out of order, but we're going to be going through the entire second anniversary shop. We're going to be talking about everything that is in here, what you should be looking for, the adjustments that have been made, and where to get the tokens that you need. Let's go ahead and dig in. All right, everybody. So looking into the shop here, we got a lot going on with second anniversary, and you are probably wondering what's worth it, what's interesting. So we'll actually cover the cash shop last. We're going to go through the rest of the shops first, and we'll go through the mod shop as well. But starting off with missions, they did add another Chapter 5 mission pack in here, so make sure you grab this. Of course, this is going to be really good because it does give a whole bunch of weed. So if you are a player who, buys these frequently or needs weed, this is going to be a great use of your paid viz. The Final Fantasy VI collaboration shop is going to pop up here. Nothing too exciting in here. Nothing outside of the standard collaboration shop. If you are going to pull on the standard banners, which I would not recommend necessarily, then you can purchase this for a small discount. Candidly though, if you watch my summon pulling video, because there's a coin pity, you're probably going to want to go like 9-step, 5-step, potentially into pulling on the standard banner. So you may not want to do that. You of course have Celeste's swords, unit shards, all of that. There is some lock shards here. Notice that locks is limited to 10. However, there is another method to obtain lock shards, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. There is a second anniversary 2 paid Visior shop. If you have Visior, buy everything in here. There's some skip tickets for Gil. There's just a little bit of everything, and everything is like a finite perfect value. I feel like most people don't need me to tell them this, but if you are like a small spender, this is a great opportunity for you to spend. The second anniversary Final Fantasy series shop is where we have all of the limited Final Fantasy unit shards. Of note here, there's 80 Mind Spheres times 5 for 2K paid viz. So pretty good opportunity. And there's a lot of units in here. There's a lot of units, there's a lot of VCs. So if you need a couple shards, if you need VCs potentially to finish off and max out your limited time units, this is going to be a good place to go. One thing to consider though is that with all of these unit shards around right now, they are also in the Soul Metal and Soul Exchange shop. So keep that in mind. The second anniversary Deluxe shop, if you need rainbow orbs, there's 3 for 60 paid viz. I don't need them, but I could see this being pretty good for people who do. Shardalise, yellow Shardalise for which divs 12 hours. This technically is worth it for 120 paid viz, but for right now I would say, I have other places I want to spend my paid viz personally. For some people, I already have 17 of these. For some people, though, this is going to be really good. And of course, the Shardalise bundle you should definitely buy in the actual paid shop. But for right now, keep that there. Select Truststone Shard times 20 summon ticket for 300 paid viz. You're going to find that the value of these Select Truststone Shard UR tickets is very high. Especially as we are just starting. Any way to quickly gain access to Trust Stones, which we will talk about in the currency shop going forward here, is going to be very important. So definitely grab that. There is a second anniversary party enhancement. I skipped this, not really vibing that. There is an EX job enhancing deluxe pack, 2K paid viz for 6 Blossoms of Paradise, which is really good. And I skipped the rest of these. The second anniversary shop, of course, grab the XL cubes, grab the Rainbow Broadstone, and leave it at that. You may be tempted to look at something like the Truststone Enhancing Pack. It's just adamantite and hammers. Don't go for this. It's a little bit of a trap. It's just one of those newer trap bundles that they do kind of lay out for you. Going into the mod shop, if you do have the Final Fantasy VI medals, you are going to be able to get 40 unit shards of every single Final Fantasy VI unit. So if you logged in every day for the last week, you will be able to get these. So that's just free, easy shards for you. From the Final Fantasy VI event, it's really important to note that you can get 80 lock shards. You can also get Final Fantasy VI summon tickets. These are exactly like the summon tickets that you use with Thancred. So you are going to be able to get quite a few lock shards from these. So this should be a priority in terms of getting all of these as fast as possible, so you can kind of build up a plan to maxing out your lock, because maxing out your lock is going to be mainly dependent on how many lock shards you're going to be able to get from this Final Fantasy VI summon ticket. Of course, there's weed in here. There is select trust stone shards, and this is going to be something you're going to encounter in the Final Fantasy XIV section, and we really have to have a conversation about whether or not this is worth it or not. For me, I could see the worth in this, but it's so expensive. It's about 60,000 tokens for one UR trust shard, basically, or one UR soulstone rune or trust stone rune. I don't think these are fully worth it, but maybe if you're farming for other reasons, or if you have extra NRG, these could be worth it. But bench these for now, because the most of your trust stones, particularly for UR trust stones, are going to be gotten through the item conversion of purple runes that you've basically farmed. So, or purple trust stones. I'm gonna keep calling them runes. You guys are gonna have to forgive me. I'm just gonna have to work through that. The Shadowbringers reissue, Raid Revival reissue also has these. So you may want to just grab some of these. It may be easier. I haven't seen the Raid Revival tokens yet. But because this is a multi-farm, it might actually be easier to grab these. There is some medium NRG down here. And of course, there is Final Fantasy XIV reissue summon ticket Bs as well. If you didn't see, there is a Metal Pity for both Terra and Celeste. Lock shards are also available in here, which will be pretty good. The series units. Now, these are 41-day banners. Just keep that in mind. And you actually have a guaranteed Final Fantasy series unit summon ticket. Now, personally, I don't recommend pulling on these banners. I think these banners are a trap, and if you watch my separate video talking about the banners and the rates, you don't have enhanced rates for the units on these banners. You have a variety of different Final Fantasy units, and it just seems like there's no good way to get shards, is kind of my opinion on this. So, or get even the VC that you want. So maybe there's one unit that you want in particular that you're going slowly to get, but I would just be really careful with the select vision card section. Second anniversary summon medals, actually, though, I am quite a fan of, because basically what they're going to be doing is rotating the unit, and you're going to be having a coin pity on it as well, and you actually have enhanced rates on these banners. So if any of you wanted Elena, now's a good time to try and pity for Elena. Just make sure you're pulling on the correct banner, and make sure you're pulling on the correct day that Elena's coming through. Ancient Tome and Leonis came back. Nothing increased in drops here. Nothing particularly remarkable. The big change with the Final Fantasy XIV, though, is that we do have the trust stones added here. This may be worth it, depending on if maybe you can farm in multi, reduce your NRG costs a little bit. This refreshes daily. So if you are someone who is scared about the cap of conversion for trust stones, because most of your trust stones are going to be gotten converting purple shards to pink shards into trust stones. You can only convert a certain amount of purple shards into pink shards per month. So if you're worried about that cap and that limit, this is going to be a really good time to maybe invest in Final Fantasy XIV and pull for these. But again, this is really expensive NRG wise, but these UR trust stones are just so good, and they're what you're going to need. And you can see the webcam girls are here to keep us company. We'll just lower the chat box there for a minute. Welcome to the joy of making this live on stream. Other than that, we do have actually some new tokens here. Of course, we have For the Love of the Smile still. But we have these things called score medals. Now, score medals, if you go to my news video, again, this is going to be a video series where we talk about the shop, the summons, and the news. Scores are gotten from doing all of the missions that have elemental missions, and you're going to be able to basically get 1,000 tokens per 1,000 score, is how it's going to basically convert over. And this is going to be a really good way for us to jumpstart essentially 1 or 2 trust stones. I haven't done a lot of them. I've done like 5 or 6 stages, gotten about 1,500 stones. You're going to need 2,000 tokens to get 20 of these, which will be equivalent to 1 trust stone. So this is going to be a really good way to, maybe you have farmed some trust stones and you want to get in here and like, maybe you, like if you go to the trust stone page, it's a different trust stone double drop each day. So maybe, you know, we missed potentially Tuesday, right? And maybe Tuesday is L. So coming up next week, you know, we're going to have F, A, T, G, and I, right? So you know L is going to be the one you need. So you could get like 20 of L right now so that you can build a red L trust stone, right? So that's going to be how you can kind of utilize this. If you're wondering, again, what missions you can do this on, it's going to be the elemental missions, and they stack. So you do it for score once and go from there. A couple people pointed out that you can get soul stars for lock, so keep that in mind. In some of the other units, there was talk that this had reset. I don't know if that's true for previous Final Fantasy units, but keep that in mind. Also, in terms of soul medals, all of the Final Fantasies have gotten soul medals in here. We also have the GL exclusive units in here as well. Final Fantasy 1 is at 5 and Final Fantasy 10 is at 5 for me. I don't know why Final Fantasy 10 is at 5. I think it could be because I maybe didn't grab them previously, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this just reset or not. So keep that in mind when you are looking towards the shop. Hopefully the shop guide helped most of you. We do have one more section left where we're going to look at the special shop. So this is going to be for anybody who's looking to actually purchase anything in the game. Please, if you are purchasing anything, make sure to use my affiliate link, dig.gs/coins or dig.gs/offer on the Amazon App Store version of the game. It does support me. It also supports Oran J and all other content creators for WoTV. But of course, lots of good bundles, exactly what you would expect. Second Visior Pack H, amazing. Is going to be 10k for $46.99. We of course have the Final Fantasy VI Summon Starter Pack. I think this is worth it at $12.99 just for the skip tickets and the NRG. But throw onto that a value of 800 Viz and a 2k value ticket is going to be pretty good as well. You have the Summon Pack. I would avoid this one unless you are hard pulling on one of the banners, which would mean you already have pretty bad luck. But these tickets are going to be valued at about 10k. But keep in mind, if you buy this, you are investing that 10k into Final Fantasy VI. You can't pull Celeste or Terra and not, you know, like get your Visior back. So keep that in mind with this. Second special starter pack, always good. This is a good value for anyone to purchase. Second skip ticket pack, I'll probably be buying all of these just because 500 and 500 for 800 at $12.99 is a price that is excellent. Shard-Elise pack, if there was one pack in here I would recommend for everyone to buy, it would be the Shard-Elise pack. The quantity of shards that you can get through your guild barracks with the amount of Shard-Elise that is actually in here paired with the 800 paid Visior, the amount of Visior value that this pack actually is ridiculously insane. I've never calculated it, but it is so high. Like, I can tell you right away, you know, 10 times to 20. I can't do math live. But you're going to be getting a boatload of shards. So definitely grab this one. Highly recommend. Esper VC trading pack. For me, this is not a big deal. This is not extremely valuable to me. I know a lot of people might value Magicite. For me, I do not. EX job pack, definitely I will purchase this for the 6 Blossoms of Paradise, one Rainbow Broadstone, $24.50 along with these. Anything with weed, half off, which you get Visior as well, is going to be good. Second Rainbow pack, I will skip. Esper training pack, skip. Pretty much everything else is going to be a hard skip. However, if you are a new player, or if you are a player who doesn't have all the units out there, there is a select UR unit summon ticket right now. So you will actually, for $23.99, be able to get a select UR summon ticket. That's in addition to the select UR summon that we actually have currently. So it cannot be used for 100 costly units or collaborative units, but very good. You can also get a select UR VC as well. And yes, you do get all the shards, and you do get all the shards for the VC and the unit. So if you buy one of these, it is going to be absolutely great. I would 100% recommend it. Yeah, I mean, we haven't had packs this good in a very long time. One of the other things you'll see is just the standard monthly packs and the weekly packs. But there is something different right now in the daily packs. And I don't know if this is, where is it? It was here earlier. Is it weekly? Is it monthly? Okay, I know it was in here. Hold on. There was 99-cent key packs that were new. Here we go. So there is a trial. So if you're looking to get that daily purchase bonus, you have 99 cents gets you 5 JP keys, 25 XL Overlights, and 60 paid Visior. And then you have down here the Affinity Resonance Key Pack. And it also gives Visior. So it gives 10 Affinity and Resonance keys for 99 cents. So these are, like, keys are pretty high value depending on the situation. So really great to have such a great offer for these as the daily purchase. So definitely consider these as like limited packs for you to buy. Anyway, everybody, I don't usually do shop videos, so I'm curious if you guys enjoyed this. Let me know down in the comments down below. And look forward to, if you want more second Anni information, we're going to have a special second anniversary playlist for all of you guys. So I will be going over all the summons, all the rates, and then we'll talk about all the news as a whole in my final video. So thank you so much, everybody, and have a great rest of your day.